I am Coach Amy, Precision Nutrition Certified Nutrition Coach with Results Fitness. The recipe I have for you today is called Bruschetta chicken. All right, so for this recipe, you're going to need 1 pound of thin cut chicken cutlets, and I've actually started those already. So I already have those cooking, so they'll be ready for us to go when we start to put everything together. All right, you're also going to need fresh mozzarella, 2 cups of cherry tomatoes cut in half, fresh basil, garlic, and make sure it's minced, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. Okay, so to get started, like I said, I already have the chicken cutlets cooking. I'm going to cook them for several minutes on each side until they're probably about 90% of the way cooked through. They're at that point now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the temperature down just a little bit, and I'm going to add the fresh mozzarella to each piece. I'm going to recover it and let the cheese melt while we work on the bruschetta topping. All right, so like I said, I'm just going to turn this down a little bit because at this point, the chicken is cooked through. I just want to get the cheese melted on top. And I'm going to add probably about 1 big slice to each piece of chicken. Maybe a little more because it's fresh mozzarella, what's not to love? All right, so you just want to make sure that the entire piece of chicken is covered. So this one's going to need a little more. Okay, and that's, I think that was an 8-ounce ball that I had there. So I maybe used about 3-4 ounces of it for this recipe. All right, so we're just going to let this melt for a few minutes. Okay, so now for the bruschetta topping. I already have the cherry tomatoes cut in half, so those are ready to go. And then I'm going to add 1/4 cup of fresh basil that I chopped very fine. I have on the recipe 2 cloves of garlic, but we all know that this is probably more like 5 or 6. All right, and then 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. I do suggest also for this recipe, if you have time to make the topping ahead of time and let it sit in the refrigerator for a few hours, it does bring out the flavors more. So, I mean, it tastes delicious if you eat it, straight as is right now. But if you have time to let it marinate for a few hours, I definitely suggest that. Number 1, it is a little more flavorful, and it's also a time saver. So, say you come home from work and you start to cook this, it's 1 less step that you have to worry about after a long day. All right. Just a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I love this recipe too because this took all of about 10 minutes. The chicken was cooking for maybe 6 or 7 minutes before I started recording, and we're 3 minutes in now, so 10 to 12 minutes you have a full meal. I like to, when I make this, I just serve it with a side salad. I'll make a nice big salad and have that ready, to have on the side. Okay, so, oh my God, this smells so good. This is one of my favorites. Fresh basil, garlic, olive oil, vinegar, like you can't go wrong. It screams summer. It's perfect. All right, so I'm gonna check on the chicken. And it looks like our cheese is nice and super melty. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and plate one of these. I wish you could smell things as I was cooking too, because this smells amazing. And the best part is too that while I'm recording, my family is waiting in the wings. They go play in the basement, and then they know as soon as they hear me stop talking, they run up to see what they can mooch off of what I've just made. All right, so I guarantee they smell this one down there right now. All right, I'm just gonna add a little bit of the bruschetta topping to this, or a lot of it, whatever you like. All right, and I'm gonna try to tip this up without dropping anything. All right, so there you go. Just a few minutes and you have fresh bruschetta chicken. And this is an easy one to double, triple, if you're cooking a huge batch of it. You can also do this on a sheet pan as well. If you have a large pan, just cook the chicken that way, melt the chicken in the oven with the cheese. You have the bruschetta topping ready to go. So as always, I hope you enjoyed. Please send me feedback if you tried the recipe. Let me know what you think. And as always, have a fantastic day.